Mulan stuff. So before I say anything, I just want to apologize to anybody who's legitimately waiting for the Lucifer finale reaction. I do not know what's been going on with my brain recently, but just sitting down to edit that full thing has just been so tough. I actually don't know what's going on with me. I think it's a combination of marketing my book, getting back to work, writing my next novel, and trying to keep up with some stuff on YouTube, that these shorter videos where I don't have to edit so harshly are so much easier to do, and even mentally just easier for me to think about doing. So anyways, all that to say, I'm so sorry. But today we're gonna talk about Mulan. I did watch the new one, and I've watched the old one approximately 8,000 times. And I was actually really surprised that everybody hates the new one because I had a really good time. Me and my sister Keisha watched it together, and I don't know, it was just great. We just had a great time. There were definitely flaws, there were definitely things I didn't like about it, but when I watched some reactions online about what people liked and didn't like about the new one, and there was nothing anybody liked. I mean, it got me thinking, and then I saw the Honest trailer pop up, so I thought I'd watch the Honest trailer with you guys and then talk a little bit about why I liked the movie and what I think about all the criticism. So let's dive in. They came out with this real quick too, I think.
Based on the Chinese legend that already inspired a beloved animated feature, comes Disney's all-new reimagining of premium VOD pricing strategies to service an evolving consumer dynamic.
That was really dumb.
Mulan. Remember Mulan?
Yes.
The girl who used her wits and determination to grow strong
Yes.
and save an empire?
I do.
Forget her and meet this natural-born killer.
What a killer!
Who's just waiting for an excuse to kick something sharp through your chest. Oh, and while we're at it, you may as well forget all those songs you loved. And your first animated crush.
Okay, I feel like this movie, when I went in, this is maybe why I liked blah, 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 blah. This is maybe why I liked the new one where nobody else did. I went into it not thinking that it was going to be anything like the animated version. Like, I went into it expecting it to be based on the legend, not based on the animated things. And that anything from the animated movie was all pandering to the fans of the original one. It wasn't supposed to be a remake of the original one. That's why how I went into it. And yeah, I don't know, in terms of her having this chi superpower thing, I've heard a lot of people say that, oh, she used to be a girl who worked hard and got what she wanted, and now she has superpowers and doesn't have to work hard. Well, I think just because you have this natural ability that you're also not supposed to have doesn't make it automatically easy that you use it. Is that just me? Am I crazy?
Disney sidekick since the genie. Oh man, no Mushu? If any film needed some Eddie Murphy to lighten the mood, it's this one.
Okay, let's get this show on the road!
See?
Yeah, he was great.
Prepare for an absolute feast for the senses, full of vibrant colors and sumptuous landscapes that will be totally wasted on your crappy TV.
Truth!
And soak in locations from the beautiful forests of New Zealand to some of the most stunning regions of China. Ignore that. In this gorgeously rendered cinematic experience that continues the live-action Disney tradition of being a Cliff Notes version of a story you already know. Oh, so pretty.
I also liked the Aladdin remake, though.
Oh, they cut that too? That's a shame. Follow Mulan as she goes undercover in the world of men.
You're a good man.
Which, as all men know, is a world of grab-ass, cuddling, and sniffing each other's necks. What? You guys don't sniff your bros too? More necks for me. Oh yeah. Where this time the entire cast is refreshingly Asian, including the exact opposite of Harvey Fierstein.
My women box them.
As we watch Mulan struggle against the constraints of a sexist empire.
Learn your place.
Until she lives her truth, rises like a phoenix, and fights to preserve the same empire that oppressed her.
Consorting with women in any way. Penalty. Death.
Then becomes an official tool of that oppression.
Join our greatest decorated warriors and the Emperor's Guard.
Hashtag girl boss.
Okay, everything that he just said, I agree with. But I don't want to because I really had fun watching this movie. I think maybe, I'll keep watching and talk later.
Prepare for 2 hours of people talking about their chi.
Qi pervades the universe and all living things. The qi is powerful, Roger.
It's like the Force.
Qi, 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 qi.
It's over 9,000!
While Mulan crosses swords with this Inigo Montoya wannabe.
In honor of my father, this is where you will die.
And this awesome bird lady.
The bird lady was a little confusing,
Whose
but I
unique
was okay with
perspective
it.
on the nexus of power and womanhood is way too nuanced to survive the movie.
Yeah,
This is a
seriously.
war film at its heart. People are gonna die, and most of them thanks to Mulan.
Enemy on the ridge!
As opposed to in the Disney one where she killed thousands of people by causing
So
the
saddle up
avalanche.
with Disney's latest live-action remake that tries to be a fantasy kung fu movie, a war epic, a fun kids flick, and an ode to female empowerment, yet doesn't explore any one of those lanes deeply enough to be satisfying. But hey, at least it went over well in China, right? Wasn't that the point? Oh, come on, Disney. How do you get out-pandered by Michael Bay? Now this is a master at work.
We gotta call the central government for help.
Gotta call the central government.
Starring Ming Na. Chow, that's what I call music. Sword Art Offline. Chai Curious. Nick, Schmidt, and Winston. Falcon Punch! You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh.
Mulan's?
Yeah, I love that that was
A tiny
Mulan.
net is a death sentence. And a gender reveal party. The Emperor's New Dude.
You guys are so mean.
Only one of the 4 riders in this was a man, and I'll bet it was his idea for Mulan to let her hair down before a fight. The puns are strategic, dude. Do you know your Mushus from your Zazu?
There was, I don't know, I think I watched that movie just like very innocently. I didn't really look at it super critically. When I was watching it, it was just like me and my sister watching a movie that we loved in our childhood. And when the orchestral version of Reflection came on, I was so here for it. And after I watched it, there were only a couple things that I was really like, ooh, I wish we had this scene, or I wish we had this scene from the original. One of them was not the haircutting scene, because I do remember reading something somewhere where men at that time had long hair too, so her cutting her hair in the cartoon makes little to no sense. But the side characters were very well developed in the animated one, and not so much in this one. I do like that her love interest is not the captain. I liked that he was just also one of the guys and like slightly sexually confused, just like in the first one. But overall, I had a really good time watching that movie. My sister did say at one point when she was riding, taking off her armor, which was kind of stupid because, I mean, you need that to protect you, but okay. And she took out her hair. Keisha's like, who just did her makeup? Is somebody doing her makeup on that horse? But, you know, I mean, I have read some of this stuff about China's influence in it, and some things that the actors have said that aren't the greatest, and I find that sometimes the world is so confusing in what I'm supposed to be angry at, or outraged at, or okay with, and sometimes I just want to watch a movie and not have to think about those things. But I don't think it's so different from me saying that to somebody saying, I just want to watch an NBA game and not have to think about those things. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough when there's so much going on in the world. We all just have to do the best we can. I didn't pay for it, so I feel a little better about that. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching that movie. It definitely had its flaws, but there are only a few perfect films in the world, and I'm a sucker for nostalgia, so I had fun. Let me know what you guys thought about this movie. I don't know. I didn't think the chi thing was so bad. I saw a lot of reviews talking about how the chi thing was so horrible and that they shouldn't have had her have this extra thing, but I think just because you have it doesn't mean you have to use it, and it doesn't mean it's easy to use it. So I don't think that takes any empowerment away from her story. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. It's a short one. Let me know what you thought about this movie, and until next time, may the Force be with you, or Chi, I guess. Live long and prosper, and I'll be back. Oh, the arrow scene where she gets the arrow, make a man out of you, that's, oh God, I love that. I love love that one so much. I wish that song was in it. I mean, there were no songs in it, and I get that, but I would have been really happy for some fan service there. I would have been pumped. That was more impactful for me than the haircutting scene.